Hey, today I'm gonna review the trades from weeks 21 through 26 of my challenge to turn $1,500 into $40,000 by 4/22/20. I posted my trades on Instagram, so let's see them on Instagram. Okay, so let's get into the trades. So on week 21, so here you can, if you want, to pause the video or to read. I did describe in detail my trades. But now, so I ended up not wanting to trade the midday perk pattern only, so I started now trading all the patterns that I know. So this trade, it didn't really fit any pattern. Normally in the morning I want to trade the pre-market breakout pattern, but there should be some kind of consolidation pre-market, and in this case there wasn't. I could have sold for little profit, but it ended up being a loss. And then on here I was expecting a short squeeze, but there wasn't as big of a short squeeze when I thought it would happen, which was like early in the morning. But I was on the right track. I just mistimed it, and it happened closer to the afternoon. Yeah, so when a stock like this one, it spiked the previous day about 100% pre-market, and then if it closes the next day around the same price where it opened, or above that price, it could be a potential short squeeze, and this is what ended up happening here. And then on this stock, I said if you saw, this was considered to be an OTC multi-day runner here. And then on the big red candle on this day, I was expecting, if I buy the dip and then hold it, and I bought on Thursday, and then I was expecting to sell on Friday I was expecting a big bounce to get closer to $1, but that didn't end up happening. Okay, and then there was my balance by the end of the 21st week. And so here is my two trades from the 22nd week. And if you want, you can read the detailed description of each trade. So here, this was the same OTC stock, and I was right that there was a bounce. It did get back up to $1, but I guess it was like a delayed. It happened not as soon as I thought it would. Okay, and then on this stock, this was like the cheapest OTC, the cheapest penny stock I bought. This was under a penny. It was like 0.0011 when I bought it. And I ended up selling there. So you could see my balance was growing. And then I ended up doing another trade. And then by the end of the 22nd week, I made 92%. And then here is the description of my MDR trade. And I did get lucky on this one. And you can see it was like a similar big panic like that O2C stock. But this one wasn't O2C stock, and it wasn't really a penny stock because the market cap was over 100 million. So even though here I made 92%, it looks like I'd had a good week, but on the trades that I made like 30 and 40%, I was risking 20 to 30% on each position, and that's too big of a risk. And so finally I learned that lesson when on the week 23 I rebought that cheap penny stock, and it ended up being a huge loss because I was starting to risk like 20 to 30%, and I was thinking, it should bounce back up, but it just turned into panic selling, and I just kind of freaked out, or and then it was a big loss. Okay. And here is the description. You can read about that. But the main lesson was I shouldn't risk 20 to 30%, because if I do, that amount of risk can easily turn into panic selling and a huge loss. And so this huge loss, because I went almost all in, it took out all my gains when I made 92%. This one was like 63% loss, but that took away all my gains and put me down like 30% from the last 2 weeks. Okay, so, and then after that trade, I didn't make any trades here. I was watching this stock, but I didn't end up trading it because the price to enter was, or it was like I would have been risking more than 3%, and I don't want to enter a trade if I know I'm automatically going to be risking more than 3%. So I didn't end up doing a trade on the 24th week. And then on the 25th week, so this was about almost 2 weeks past, after that big loss that I had, and then almost 2 weeks passed, I wasn't doing any trades. And then this trade, it finally fit my basic criteria. You can see Yoshi in the background. So it fit my unicorn pattern, which is big news, float rotation, and record high volume. And this stock met the criteria, but I bought like at $3.25, $3.25, and then I sold when it dropped below $3. I sold at $3 because now I'm risking more than 3%, and I didn't want to do that. But anyway, this is the same chart, and then you can see later on that day it did start having a huge short squeeze, and I missed out on that. Because I didn't want to risk more than 3%. But anyway, I was saying here, now next time I can do a better risk management strategy instead of going all in and on not only risking 3% of my position size. I can bet 20% of my account on a trade and then be willing to risk 10% of my position, which will only be 2% of my account. And so obviously I was just saying here, so if I would have done that here, I would have still held through here, because when it went back up to $3, that's not more than 10%. So I would have still held, and I could have possibly had one of my biggest gains. Okay, and then the next day it did even squeeze more, and so it went from like $2 all the way up to 26. Okay, and then I was taking a break after this, and so I didn't make any trades on the 26th week. Alright, and that is all for my trade recaps now. Okay, so if you made it this far in the video, congratulations. You must really be interested in trading penny stocks. Okay, goodbye.